Morning. I think this lighting just gets worse because my hair really looks red in this one. I think I have to sneeze. Hold on. No, I don't. Hi guys, thanks for joining. I'm in a really silly mood today. Alright, let me share this to my business pages. Can you guys comment on the lighting here? Tell me if it's, I don't know, off, I guess. Good morning. Jenna, how's this lighting? Someone's got to tell me about the lighting, guys. Alright, I'm just sharing to my business pages. 1 second. Your hair looks orange. Yeah, it's the light. Oh my goodness. I've been experimenting. I've been experimenting with the light and I just can't figure it out. Okay, 1 second, guys. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. All right. All shared. Cool. All right. Hi, welcome. If you're watching, say hi. Cool. Okay, I know I'm on a little bit earlier than usual. I usually come on in the 10 o'clock hour. When I first started doing this, I was doing the 9 o'clock hour, and my schedule's a little off today, so I hope everybody doesn't mind. Hopefully people will catch the replay if they can't catch this. Today's topic is a good one. Something I've been thinking about, as usual. Let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Justine Leslie. I am a spiritual teacher, intuitive coach. What I do. I help people get spiritually connected. I help people empower their intuition, and I help people help heal themselves. And I do that because I really believe that a lot of people think that they can't achieve the emotional freedom that they want, and that's a completely false. That is a limiting belief, right? And that is completely false. It's not true. Everybody is capable of creating emotional freedom in their life, and I want to help you get there. I'm also empathic, and I really deal with that issue a lot of the time. I think, it's very hard to manage your emotions, and that could kind of create a block with emotional freedom. So I do a lot of empathic support. So if you suspect that you're an empath, please message me and we can kind of talk about it. I also do different intuitive healing modalities. I'm also a certified crystal healer and an angel card reader. So if you want to book any of those sessions, let me know. I know it's a mouthful, guys, but sometimes I have people that come on here and they're not really sure what I'm talking about or who I am and why should they, I guess, listen to me or what my background is, or what I do. So, and it's taken a while for me to actually hone down on what I do. And of course it could be subjective and it's not exactly straightforward like that, but, that's basics of what I do. So let me just take a sip of this coffee. Coffee. And today my apartment is cold. I feel like I give you guys updates every day about whether my apartment is freezing or not. I live in New York City, so it's pretty cold right now. So actually yesterday it was like in the 50s, which wasn't terrible. I think it was in the 50s. It was like low 50s. I ran out to the supermarket without a coat, and I wasn't really cold, and that's a lot to say because I'm cold all the time. But anyway, so I want to get on this topic about, so before my spiritual awakening, I had a ton of limiting beliefs, right? And I like talking about limiting beliefs because I really do believe that it's something that you have to practice every day, and you're always going to be healing, right? There's no which is why I love this work, right? Because there's always room for improvement. We're never going to be at our complete perfect self, like quote unquote perfect self, right? And that's the thing too, because when a lot of people mention enlightenment, it could mean a bunch of different things for a bunch of different people. Sometimes it just means consciousness, but you can never be completely, and if your definition of enlightened is completely like quote unquote perfect, I have some news for you. Nobody's perfect, right? Not even the spiritual teachers that we follow, right? So there was a bunch of, so basically is what I'm trying to say is that the healing process, the spiritual healing process is a process, right? That's exactly what it is. And we're going to be working on things for a long, long time. And even these three things, these three shifts that I'm about to talk about, I have to be reminded every once in a while. I need to get more connected to it. And basically when I get a little bit more disconnected from source, I notice that that's kind of where it slips, right? And it's probably true for a lot of people. So let me get into them and kind of talk about them. So a lot of people come to me and they say, what are the benefits of opening your crown chakra? And if I want to get down to basics and just give you guys a background, we have a ton of energy points in our body. There are 7 main ones. They are the 7 chakras, and they're aligned in our body from the crown down to our root. So what they do is, they are spinning, you can kind of think of them as spinning wheels of energy, and basically, they keep us aligned, and each one has a different, each point has a different, I don't want to say category, a different area of interest, I guess, and, today we're talking about the crown chakra, right? Because a lot of clients and a lot of people come to me and they say, what are the benefits of opening your crown chakra? What happens when you open your crown chakra? What is it like to open your crown chakra, et cetera, et cetera. For me, my first experience with my opening of my crown chakra was during my spiritual awakening, so it was very, very eye-opening. But definitely the 3 shifts that I'm going to talk about today are the ones that are really, really, and there was a ton of shifts, right? Like so many that I can't even name, but like these 3 come to mind because when I look back, I almost feel like a different person before opening my crown chakra. And it's not even, let me rephrase that. I am a different person since opening my crown chakra. And my attitude towards life and the way that I interact with it and my relationships and everything that comes in between is completely different. And there are really some great benefits from opening your crown chakra, from opening all your chakras, right? But we're talking about the crown today. So let me kind of get into it. I know I'm hyping it up a little bit. So, the first thing that happened and the first mindset shift that happened to me was really realizing that everything is happening for you, not to you. All right, so I'll say it again. Everything is happening for you, not to you. It is so important when things happen to you that we actually figure out the lesson to it and behind it. And the reason that it's important is because it can shift our mindset to abundance from lack. Does that make sense? Give me some hearts if that makes sense. That means that we're not looking at the world as something that's out to get us. Because in reality, it's not, right? And so that's the thing too. When we're opening our chakras and these shifts, these are all realizations of the truth. And you know how much I love the truth. Talk about it all the time. This is the truth. The world is not out to get you. The universe is not out to get you. Everything that happens to us for a reason. So it's actually happening for us, not against us. Even the really, really terrible things. And if you're experiencing something like this right now, I don't mean to be in a place of insensitivity. I'm coming from a place of abundance, meaning that the universe is trying to give you the lessons. Everything that happens to you, all of these lessons are really for the evolution of your consciousness, right? And your spiritual growth, which is one of the main reasons why we're here. So it's really that realization and that shift, really, instead of things happening to me, instead of my reaction being, why is this happening to me? I fucking hate life. Which is things that I would say, I now switch it around to say, okay, what is this teaching me? What do I need to know? What is unhealed here? the important questions, right? Because like I said, this is all for the evolution of your consciousness. So to have that realization and that shift in your mind about the thing, reflecting back and mirroring back, the universe is just mirroring things to you, right? So really making that realization and making that change means everything, right? It went from negative to positive. So that was super, super important. And I would have never really realized that unless I opened my crown chakra, which maybe I should explain what that really, really means, is just connecting to something. So it's actually the tallest, it's the highest one. So it's up here in the crown, obviously. And it's the gateway to the connection with source, divine, God, whatever you want to call it, universe. So that was the first shift. So the second shift is my attitude around gratitude. Oh my God, has that changed so much? And I hate to say this, and like it even hurts me by saying it, which means I'm a little unhealed about forgiving myself before I learned these lessons, before I opened my crown chakra. But basically, I was not grateful for anything. I had a great life growing up. I had hot water. I had food on the table every night. I had great friends. I had pretty much all of the things that's people take for granted, basically. I had no gratitude. I was not grateful for any of it. When I didn't get something very menial, like maybe a job at a restaurant I wanted, I would just get very angry and be pissed at the universe, right? Because they didn't give it to me. So I was always wanting, taking, and never being grateful for the things that I did have, which are the things that really matter, right? Loving parents, loving friends, a roof over my head, that type of thing. So I remember when I was having my spiritual awakening, connecting to my crown chakra, and really feeling the gratitude come through. So that is actually another example of switching from lack to abundant, right? Because I'm in an abundant, it switched to an abundant mindset, and I realized how much I actually already did have, and the gratitude flowed from there. So that was definitely a really important one. And number 3, and the last one. This one is interesting. When you connect to source, God, the divine universe, you realize the truth. And the truth is that we are all connected. And it's easier said than making the realization, because you've heard it growing up and all this stuff. But if you really think about it, I grew up saying nobody understands me, which, yes, I'm empathic. A lot of people don't really understand that, but I have taken the liberty to find friends that do understand that. So I'm in control, right? I'm the creator. So I have gone through my life now and sought out friends that would actually understand me. So I have those friends as well. So I have created a like-minded tribe, right? They say find your tribe. So I actually did that myself, which I'm very proud of. But I wouldn't have ever done that if I didn't go through the movements of realizing that we are all connected. It's easy to sit there and say nobody understands me, and I hate this person, and I want nothing to do with this person. Guess what? Our enemies are connected to us. And like I said, if you're going through something right now and that's something that's really hard for you to process, I understand. And you can take all the time you need for it. But, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm the first one to tell you that I'm not. I've had enemies in my life. I have. And the realization that they are actually connected to me, that they're my brothers and sisters, is a lot, because you are in a place where you don't want anything to do with that person. And yes, you can love with boundaries, and that's something that I talk about all the time, but we're all connected, guys. When one hurts, we all hurt. And that's 100% true. And if you're empathic, or that's really what it comes down to with empathy, right? Like when a shooting happens, like a mass shooting happens in the United States, which has been happening a little too often for my taste, you know, we feel for those people. And the reason that we feel for them is not because just the empathy part, like, you know, we're feeling bad for their families and, you know, we feel terrible that somebody has lost their life. But, you know, it's also it hurts a part of us because we're all connected in that way. We are all unique in our own way, but we're all connected in our own way. And we are all the children of God, right? We are all the children of the universe. And being connected is the one thing that we all have in common, right? We are all part of the global consciousness, and that's why we really need to look out for each other. That's why I get really into politics, because I really do care about I'm not having children, but I care about the generation after me. We're all connected. We need to take care of each other. We need to make sure things are set up. We need to make sure people halfway across the world have the basics, right? Have food, water, clean drinking water, things like that. We are all connected, guys, and it's very easy for the ego to get in the way. And woo, did I have a big, big ego, especially in my early 20s. Everything was about me, right? As long as I was okay, everything was okay. And I kind of just, you know, didn't look a blind eye, you know? And it's not exactly the best way to go about things, but like I said, connecting to the divine source, God, universe, really opened my eyes to that realization of the truth, right? We're all connected. And yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense, guys? Can I get some hearts? Can I get some likes? Like, I'm not really sure if anybody's still watching, but if you're catching the replay, I hope this really resonated with you. I hope, oh, and by the way, I just want to add one more piece. I totally forgot about this, is that if, you know, I'm talking about how to, thank you for the like, I talked about what happens, like the shifts that happen. Oh, thank you for the hearts. You guys are great. I told you what happened was when, the shift, like what types of shifts happen when the crown chakra is open, but a good way, and I told you in the beginning I'm a crystal healer. If you want to actually activate some of these things to open your crown chakra, clear crystal quartz is a great stone to use when you're meditating. Put it right here on top of your crown chakra. It kind of activates opening it. So if you're wondering, okay, these shifts are great, but how do I actually open my crown chakra? That's definitely one way. And for me, mine came, I know I talk about this all the time, and my spiritual awakening came very sudden and unexpectedly, and that I was kind of forced into it, is how I say. So, forced into these realizations. My crown chakra just popped. I needed extreme healing, though, and the universe knew that. That's actually why it happened. So, yeah. So, crystal quartz, it's actually a really cute stone, a very beautiful stone. So, when you're meditating, try to put it right here on your crown chakra. It's actually really helpful in activating the opening of it. So, all right, cool. I am going to sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I came on early today, but my schedule is a little different. So thank you for watching, and I will be on tomorrow. Okay, bye.